Hello and welcome to this ad for a t-shirt. Two t-shirts. Sure, it says pre-order, but they're up for regular order now. So head on over to fastcustomshirts.com and along with those shirts, hundreds and hundreds more shirts. If you're listening to this garbage, you'll love the fine, fine shirts over at fastcustomshirts.com. Custom work too if you need some shirts made. Speaking of garbage, head on over. I was going to say fucking the same shit. Merp, merp. Head on over to dwnproductions.net. Masks, bus, props, custom work, fine, fine stuff for fine, fine people. Bink. If you want something made, hit me up and maybe, just maybe, I'll do it for you. A movie starring your boy, Samu Hung.
Demo.
There you go. Encounter of a spooky kind. Have you seen it?
I don't think so. I thought I had, but then no, I haven't.
Well, let me tell you a little bit about it if you don't mind. Sit back, have yourself some of that champagne, and listen to old Tom tell you a story about this fat Chinese man with a hair lip. And he does like flips and rolls and shit. It's ridiculous. You didn't think the fat ones could do that shit, but they can, Joe. They can.
He's quite
So, and
a guy.
he is round.
Hmm?
So in this one, he's their equivalent of a taxi driver. So he has a mohawk and walks around wearing a jacket shirtless like some kind of fucking dickhead. And I think they call them rickshaws there.
Hmm.
So he's taking some dude. They call him Master Tan. I don't know what the fuck he's a master of. Maybe fucking putting worms on fish hooks. I don't know. But anyways, he's taking this dude to a whorehouse. Like this is one of his regular customers that he's like, hey, don't tell anybody you're taking me here. I'm gonna be a mayor and I'll make sure you're well taken care of while I'm the mayor. It's like, oh, don't worry, man, you're cool. Get in there and fuck those whores, and I'm gonna eat some fucking sloppy soup or whatever the fuck he went to eat. So it turns out that old Master Tan is really fucking Sumo's wife. So not Sumo, the fucking Master Tan guy, he hires a sorcerer to do African American magic on old Sumo so they won't be charged with the crimes of killing the guy cuz you can't charge magic. So the sorcerer has a brother and he's a good sorcerer and he doesn't stand for this kind of shit. So he helps old Sumo out and says, "Hey, I'm going to teach you to be a fucking magic guy and then we'll defeat these fuckers and we'll all live happily ever after." There's some weird shit in it like they're fucking hopping undead shits, fucking dumb. And I don't get it. Unfortunately, I'm watching Mr. Vampire next week, so that's gonna fucking suck a dick. The makeup and the depiction of the dead, I mean, it's okay. It doesn't look the best. It's like more a realistic depiction of like a mummified person and shit, sort of Italian zombie esque. But I mean, this fat motherfucker, he's like karate chopping people, doing flips and shit. It was crazy. Like all that stuff was cool. What's his nuts? Magic Cops in it, and he's doing karate shit. And there was actually like fireballs and that kind of shit that I was like, man, if these movies had fireballs and shit and crazy kicks, they'd be a little better. And this one did. And it was a little better with all that shit. You'll love it. A guy gets lit on fire on top of a podium, and then he fucking falls off and then fucking runs on the ground and shit. It's crazy. He probably has 19-degree burns all in his asshole. and shit, but he did it for the love of Hong Kong cinema.
Mhm.
So the whole time the wife's living with Master Tan at his fucking castle or whatever, just waiting for this guy to die. Spoiler alert, fucking go a minute ahead or something if you don't want to hear the spoiler because it's pretty great. Unfortunately, Joe, you're gonna hear it. So, like, the whole point of this movie is fucking the black magic guys hired by Master Tan and the guy's wife to kill him so they could be together. So fucking old Samo kills everybody, and then the wife fakes like, "Oh, I'm so happy to see you. He kidnapped me and raped me, and he's hugging her and shit like, oh, I know." I know, pushes her away, that you're a bitch, and punches her in the stomach like 17 times, picks her up, calls her a fucking slut, and throws her in the air, and then it freeze framed with her flying through the air, and then it says the end. It was fucking terrific and elevated the whole goddamn movie. It was just like, oh yeah, this is a better than average martial arts movie. I'm probably going to sell this Blu-ray when I'm done, but it was worth a watch. And then he smacked the fuck out of this hoe and threw her through the fucking air. Would recommend.
Really bad things happen to women.
Oh, dude, it's the funniest fucking shit. It is very, very unexpected and would not be made in a movie nowadays. Would I mean that's like the whole punchline to the movie, I guess. So you got to sit through this whole whatever movie for this shit to happen, but it was worth it for sure. Will I ever watch it again? I don't know, but maybe someone will be like, "Oh, I'm looking for something kind of. Hey, I gotcha. You'll love this." And Joe, you will.
All right. I will watch it at some point, though.
I'll sell you the Blu-ray.
Yeah, that's all right.